Let's say you pay 50,000 rupees every year. For decades, you've probably sacrificed vacations and dinners out to make sure that one premium check always clears. You did everything right. Then the dreaded day comes. A loved one is in the ICU. You walk into the insurance office, exhausted, but relieved, thinking, at least we are covered. And that person across the desk looks at you and says, "Did you ask us before buying this policy?" That didn't happen in a movie. It happened last week in Lucknow. A son, broken and humiliated, recorded an interaction with an insurance agent. The video is now viral. Millions watched it. But do you know why it actually went viral? Not because it was shocking, because it was familiar. Because deep down, every Indian paying a health insurance premium lives with that exact same fear. Is this piece of paper actually going to save me, or is it a trap?
You're listening to Nelson John 360. Nelson John 360.
Hello and welcome back to Nelson John 360. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Bangalore. The sun is out. And honestly, it's the kind of morning that lulls you into thinking everything is fine, that you're safe. But we all know how quickly a morning like this can turn. One sudden pain, one bad fall, one phone call. And in that split second, the only thing that's standing between your family and financial ruin is a policy document you probably haven't read in years. You know that video that I described about in the intro? It went viral over the weekend. A son broken standing outside a Star Health Insurance office in Lucknow, telling us his story to anyone who'd listen. And millions listened. Let me play it out for you here.
ये मैं आया था स्टार का ऑफिस है। ये देखिए स्टार इंश्योरेंस का हजरतगंज का ऑफिस है। यहाँ मैं सालाना अपने माताजी के बीमे के लिए 50,000 रुपए जमा करता हूँ। आज उनके इलाज के लिए जब पैसे की जरूरत है तो ये हमसे कह रहे हैं, ये मैनेजर साहब है कि आप जाइए अपने पास से अपनी जेब से करा लीजिए। आप कह रहे हो कि 5.5 लाख रुपए का खर्चा है, जिसमें 4 लाख देंगे, वो भी ये देने से मना कर रहे हैं। ये सारा स्टाफ है, मैं सुबह से बैठा हुआ हूँ पैसा लेके यहाँ पे कि किसी तरह। लेकिन और इनके जो एजेंट है वो लोग ये बोल रहे हैं कि आप जो है हमसे पूछ के पॉलिसी लिए थे।
So let's say what we know so far. A man in Lucknow, his name hasn't been publicly confirmed in official reporting, so we'll respect that, had a health insurance policy with Star Health, an allied insurance company. He was paying around 50,000 rupees annually as premium. This wasn't a hefty by-night thing. He'd been paying consistently year after year, specifically to cover his mother's medical needs. When his mother was diagnosed with a serious illness, he went to his insurer, Star Health Insurance office in Lucknow, to file a claim. Standard procedure, right? You'd think. Instead, he was made to wait for hours at the office. Then his claim was rejected, and an agent allegedly said those new infamous words. "You didn't take the policy after asking us," essentially dismissing him. He recorded the video which I played earlier, posted it on X, and within hours, it was viral. Now, I want to be fair here. We don't have the insurer's official response on this specific case yet. There could be reasons for the rejection: non-disclosure, waiting period issues, policy exclusions. We don't know the specifics of his policy document. But what we do know is that the reaction told a much bigger story. Because thousands of people didn't just sympathize, they recognized it. They lived it. All right, let's look back and look at it from a bird's eye view. Because this isn't just about a guy from Lucknow. The data here tells a much darker story. According to the IRDAI, that's the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, the body that oversees this industry, in the financial year ending March 2024, Indian insurance companies rejected 11% of all health insurance claims. 11%. Let that sit in for a moment. In rupee terms, well, that's about 26,000 crore rupees worth of health claims that were denied. That's 19% increase from the previous year. So not only are claims being rejected, the rate of rejection is accelerating. Of that 26,000 crore rupees, which I mentioned before, about 15,100 crore rupees was disallowed, meaning procedural or documentation rejections. And roughly 10,900 crore rupees was repudiated, which is when the company flat out says, no, the treatment isn't covered. Now, talking about Star Health specifically, since that's the company that's in the video, Star Health's claim settlement ratio, the percentage of claims they actually pay out, averages around 85% over the last 3 years. Sounds decent until you realize the industry average is 91.3%. They're below average. Their complaint volume, 52 complaints per 10,000 claims. The industry median is 17. That's 3 times more complaints than the average insurer. And just 2 days after this video went viral, on Feb 15th, 2026, the Hyderabad State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission delivered a ruling against Star Health. A senior citizen named G. Manmohan had purchased a Star Health policy in 2019, paid his premiums regularly, and when he was hospitalized for a urinary tract infection, the company rejected his claim, citing pre-existing conditions. The commission ordered Star Health to pay the full 226,000 rupees plus 9% annual interest, plus 10,000 as compensation, plus 5,000 as litigation costs. The ruling specifically stated that if an insurer issues a policy without conducting medical tests, they cannot later deny claims on pre-existing grounds. The burden of proof lies with the insurer, not with the patient. Well, that's not me saying, that's the Consumer Commission saying it on the record. Now, this is the section I really want you to pay attention to, close attention, because most of us, Indians have no idea what rights they have when it comes to health insurance. And insurance companies, they're counting on that ignorance. Let me walk you through the biggest ones. First, the 5-year moratorium rule. This one's massive. Under the current IRDAI guidelines, if you've been continuously covered, meaning you've renewed your policy without a break for 5 years, your insurer cannot reject your claims for non-disclosure of pre-existing conditions. The only exception is proven fraud, not suspected fraud. Proven fraud, all right? This period was recently reduced from 8 years to 5, making it significantly more consumer-friendly. Second, the 30-day settlement mandate. Once you submit all required documents, your insurer must settle or reject the claim within 30 days. If they need to investigate, they get 45 days tops. And if they delay beyond that, they owe you interest at 2% above the bank rate. Your money with interest. Third, pre-existing condition waiting periods have been reduced from 4 years to 3 years under the new guidelines. After 3 years, your pre-existing conditions must be covered. 4, and this one shocks even me when I was researching this episode. The National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, the NCDRC, has ruled that if an insurer issues a policy after you've disclosed your conditions, even if some columns in the form were left blank, the insurer cannot deny the claim, citing non-disclosure. Once they accept your application and take your money, they accept the risk. Full stop. So I want you to ask yourself, did you know any of this? Because most people don't. And that information gap is where insurance companies make their money. Okay, so let's say the worst has happened. Your claim is denied. Your family member is in the hospital. You're staring at a bill that you can't pay. What can you actually do? Here is your 4-step escalation ladder. Please save this. Try and share this episode with every family member or a WhatsApp family group. Step 1, go to your insurance company's grievance redressal officer. Every insurance is required by law to have one. Submit a written complaint with all your documents, policy copy, claim form, hospital bills, correspondence. Get a written acknowledgement with the date. They have 15 days to respond. Step 2, if they don't respond, or you're not satisfied, escalate to IRDAI's Bima Bharosa system. You can do that online at policyholder.gov.in. policyholder.gov.in. Or you can call this toll-free number, that is 155-255 or 1-800-4254-732. You can also email complaints@irdai.gov.in. IRDAI will push the insurer to re-examine your complaint. Step 3, the insurance ombudsman. This is the secret weapon nobody talks about. It's completely free. No fees, no lawyers needed. You can file online at CIOINS.co.in. Repeating that again, CIOINS.co.in. They can handle disputes up to 50 lakh rupees. That limit was recently increased from 30 lakh rupees. They must decide within 90 days. And here's the kicker. The ombudsman's decision is binding on the insurance company, not on you, on them. If you're not happy, you can still go to the court, but they can't appeal. Step 4, the Consumer Forum. Under the Consumer Protection Act of 2019, you can file at the district, state, or National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, depending on the claim amount. And as seen from the Hyderabad ruling, courts have been consistently siding with policyholders. Fourth step, 4 steps free at every level except the Consumer Forum. And even there, the costs are minimal. The system exists, it works, you just need to know it's there. All right, before I wrap up, let me leave you with 5 things you should do today. Not tomorrow, today. 1, pull out your health insurance policy document. Actually try and read it. I know it's probably 50 pages or fine print, but look at the exclusions section, the waiting periods, the claim process. Understand what you're paying for. 2, check your insurer's claim settlement ratio. If it's below 85%, you should seriously consider switching during your next renewal. Porting your policy to a different insurer is your right under the IRDAI rule. And your waiting period credits carry over. 3, please disclose everything. Every pre-existing condition, every medication, every consultation. The number one reasons, for claims getting rejected is because of non-disclosure. And it's completely avoidable. Be honest on your proposal form. It protects you more than it hurts you. 4, document everything. Every email, every phone call, every visit to the insurer's office. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. This paper trail becomes your evidence if you ever need to escalate. 5, know the ombudsman exists. Seriously, bookmark CIOINS.co.in right now. Please save the IRDAI toll-free number 155-255 in your phone. You may never need it, but if you so, you'll be glad you had it. I'll also leave all these informations, these contact informations in the show description so you can easily check them out. So please do share this episode, send it to your parents, send it to your family members, and send it to anybody who's ever paid premium and wondered, will this actually work when I need it? Because the answer should always be in yes. And if it isn't, now you know exactly what to do about it. This is the Nelson John 360 podcast. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.